We're also learning much more about a possible global ring of money laundering. USA Today, in fact, looked into this massive leak being called the Panama Papers. It reveals where world leaders and billionaires may have hidden their money.
The same system that politicians and the mega wealthy and billionaires are using to move money and do transactions is also being used by criminals, Ponzi schemers, drug kingpins, you name it, to hide their corrupt businesses.
Don Dahler here with us to discuss. Don, there's a part of me that feels like I've seen the movie, and
Right.
It is a thriller to be sure. Again, the biggest leak of inside information in history, one of them at least. What do these documents thus far reveal?
Yeah, this is even bigger than the Edward Snowden leak. 11.5 million documents, 5 million internal emails that involve some 214,000 different companies. What it reveals is the shadowy world of offshore banking that we've all known about through movies and thriller novels and that sort of thing. But it's so secretive that we haven't really been able to see the inner workings of this. And these documents, which are just now being gone over by hundreds of journalists, are revealing how these shell companies are set up and what kind of individuals are involved in this type of behavior.
For those who might not then understand the creation and the existence of shell companies, what exactly are we talking about here?
Yeah, it is just exactly what it sounds like. It is a name, it's a stationery with some officers of the company listed on top, but in effect, what it is a post office box often, and a bank account. And this is what's being revealed here. These bank accounts where billions of dollars are being, in many cases, laundered, or at least hidden offshore to escape taxes in their wherever they originated, the country of origin.
Now, you mentioned the names. Generally, the names we see listed on these shell companies have no bearing on the company one way or another. However, the names we're seeing attached to this thus far have a bearing the world over.
Yeah. Well, the names listed on the companies usually, if they're ever confronted, they have plausible deniability. They're strictly employees. Mm-hmm. They're not the owners of these resources that we're talking about here. The names that are being revealed now, though, are everyone from the former presidents around the country, around the world. I mean, you have the presidents of Ukraine, Argentina. You have the king of Saudi Arabia. Vladimir Putin of Russia has been indicated because there was some of his allies were named as having moved something like $2 billion through there. But you're also, Hosni Mubarak is listed in there, Muammar Gaddafi, those kinds of big names as well on the world stage.
American names implicated thus far?
Not yet, but again, this is such a huge cache of information. It would be surprising, I think, if some American names didn't eventually emerge.
11.5 million documents, you mentioned it. Hundreds of journalists, in fact, poring over it, and still we're in needle and haystack territory right now. What will be next?
Well, there's ongoing investigation, both internally at Mossack Fonseca, which is the law firm in Panama that the leak originated from, and of course all these journalists. But there has to be investigations undergoing by all of these companies all of these countries that are listed in here as well, because there might be, I say might because nothing's proven outside of court, there might have been some tax dodging going on at the very least.
Fascinating.
And the company, I have to say, the company denies that any of this was illegal, and the company considers this a crime.
So that leak in the crosshairs, not just of authorities, but perhaps those whose names were leaked as well. I have a feeling we'll be talking about this again.
I think we will.
Don Dahler, we appreciate the time.
Sure.